sides of feats, I determine who wins. Welcome to Entertainment Fight Night, EFN. Hello, this is War with Words, and I bring to you EFN, Entertainment Fight Night. Today I present to you Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, versus Dr. Fate, the Champion of Order. The first video were the feats for Doctor Strange, while the second video will be the feats for Dr. Fate, and the third video will decide who the winner is. Now let's begin. First, to show off his magical power, here Dr. Fate hurts and potentially knocks out an evil Superman with just a magic punch. Next here, he turns another magic user into a statue. He pushes a planet into the sun. He conjures up some cosmic horrors, sends some men 400 years through time and space to their own Earth, rolls back the border of the space-time continuum, and states himself to be immortal. Here he claims to be able to make Superman immune to magic, which will obviously be useful against another sorcerer. Here he taps into the power of creation, and the tremors are felt in other dimensions on other Earths. He takes away the power to create life. He breaks a barrier created by Spectre, Spectre being the wrath of God in the DC Comics, DC Universe, who is easily universal to multiversal power. Here he fights Spectre, tricks him with clones and illusions, and then eventually actually fights him for real and holds his own, though he does ultimately lose. Next, Spectre comments that Dr. Fate was almost as strong as him in his prime, and next he defeats two other beings that threaten the entire multiverse. For speed, he moves miles in a second to outrun an explosion, and he reacts to a mind-controlled Superman and Martian Manhunter, both who do have light speed to faster than light speed feats. For defenses, it's stated that lightning, which looks to be magic lightning, has no effect on him. He says his body can't be harmed. He's unaffected by a death field that kills a cat. Again, he states that his body can't be harmed. His Eldritch Aura, or auto shields, much like Doctor Strange has, blocks Ultraman's punch, Ultraman being like an evil Superman. He takes a hit from an actual mind-control Superman, who's very powerful, and he changes his bodies to match the atoms of an attack, and thus it passes through him as if he's intangible. For his mental power, very useful against someone who uses illusions, such as Doctor Strange, his mind reaches across a continent and summons the Orb of Naboo to himself, and he senses someone in another dimension, so his mental powers are vast. And here are some feats from other Dr. Fates. I was using Kent Nelson, the most known. This includes his wife, Inza, Hector Hall, and so on. Here, I believe it's his wife, Inza, but she blocks an attack from an Eclipso-controlled Spectre. I covered how strong Spectre is. She also hurts that same Spectre with the help of Zatanna, Etrigan, and others. She then binds an Eclipso-controlled Zatanna and Etrigan. So this is important because Zatanna is a powerful magician, much like Doctor Strange, and yet Fate binds her easily. Here, traps a Lord of Order in a mousetrap. For reference, Naboo is a Lord of Order, so basically the one who gives Dr. Fate his powers. So basically a very, very powerful being. Next, they absorb and redirect energy. She also siphons off Thoth's power, Thoth being a god. A different Dr. Fate redirects Shazam's magic lightning. One casts an illusion on Extant, Extant being a very powerful being, takes power from Naboo forcefully and splits it up amongst other Dr. Fates, breaks Spectre's curse on Hal Jordan, and defeats Mordru, a very powerful magic being. So overall, Dr. Fate wins by having impeccable defenses, being able to absorb and redirect energy, and basically having already defeated very powerful magic beings on the level of Doctor Strange and above. And that's my analysis. If you want to hear more, check out the site at warwiththewords.com. You can subscribe to the channel and check out my Twitter at warwithwords, EFN. And remember, if you like anime, you like comics, fantasy, high action, adventure, kind of literature, make sure to check out my books, which are Blade Forged in Darkness, He Who Leads, and 10 Great Tales of Man. Thank you.